the truth. The truth. The truth. That's the line. The truth. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
What is up, YouTube? It's your boy, The Truth, back at it again with another video. And today, I want to keep it OG. I want to talk about Corgishoe, the world's most notorious sneaker reseller. If you have not heard of Corgishoe, you're going to want to stay tuned and listen to his story. This is a crazy story. It involves drugs, women, sneaker reselling, a bunch of OG Air Jordan 1s, some prison time, and there's even a shot at Qias in this story. You're gonna have to bear with me though. The story for me dates back to 2014, and some of the facts and some of the story is a little foggy in my mind, so I'm gonna try and get it to you the best that I can remember. So the story dates back to 2014. Coming across Corgishoe's Instagram, I saw that this dude was selling stuff that nobody had. His prices weren't that crazy, and he just seemed to have an unlimited supply of Jordan 1s and OG sneakers that were super hard to get your hands on. The thing about his Instagram account, if you didn't follow his buying directions, he wouldn't sell you the shoes. If you tried to argue with him, he would roast the hell out of you, and then he would block you from ever buying shoes from him again. Some of his roasts were legendary, although they are now wiped clean from the internet. If you were following Corgishoe back then you remember. I actually purchased shoes off him in 2014 and had no problem. I made sure to be very kind, very cordial, and just follow his directions. I did not want any problems with Corgishoe, besides the fact that he roasted the hell out of people. He was very mysterious. He never showed his face. Later on, he eventually showed what he looked like, and he was doing muscle-ups at the park. If you guys don't know what a muscle-up is, I'm going to show you here. It's basically like an impossible pull-up that I doubt anyone watching can even do. And Corgishoe was posting footage of him at the park doing multiple muscle-ups. Not only was the dude buff as shit doing muscle-ups, he seemed to have a lot of prison ink. This is not the type of dude you want any smoke with. So who is Corgishoe? Well, if you're an OG in the game, you probably know who he is, but you probably don't know too much about him. If you're new to the game, you probably have no idea who I'm talking about. But Corgishoe is a sneaker legend. He's known for having thousands of pairs of shoes for sale that no one can get their hands on. I'm talking OG Jordan 1s. I'm talking shoes released in the 90s. He's got real heat. Corgishoe keeps a very low profile. He currently sells his shoes through his Instagram account and often takes breaks for months at a time where he doesn't sell anything. Corgishoe's legend extends further than his sneaker collection. He's also known for calling out fake sneakerheads, lowballers, and anyone who doesn't adhere to his simple buying directions. He often roasts people savagely on Instagram, well-worded, and sometimes providing proof by using the person's own Instagram pictures or information against them. So who is Corgishoe? Well, it's difficult to say. There really isn't a lot of information on him out there. So I'll let you know what I've pieced together and hopefully do him justice. So I'll be sure to word my words carefully. My first memory of Corgishoe was back in the Hundreds blog. I believe they had an interview with him, but I also don't believe it's on the internet any longer. I think he worked for the Hundreds back in the early 2000s. It's well noted that he sold some drugs at some point. He was making good money and chose to spend that money on sneakers. This is way before sneaker reselling was a thing. I'm talking when no one was reselling shoes, and thinking about reselling shoes was not on anyone's mind. This is back in the day. I don't know if he even knew that these shoes would end up being coveted by hundreds of thousands of sneakerheads 20 years later, but it was definitely a smart decision. Eventually, he got caught mailing out some drugs and had to do some time, but when the feds raided him, they didn't take his sneakers.
Yeah, I was just buying them because thank God I was buying that instead of like like heavy wax denim and mixtapes or some bullshit like that. Like I just lucked out and invested. You know, I wasn't into like cars because they would have taken the cars. They took my house. You know, they took the cars. The feds saw the sneakers and were like, "Are these stolen?" And I was like, "No." And they're like, "What are you, a fag? What are you doing with all these shoes? You know, what are you, a princess or something like that?" I was like, "No, I just like sneakers." And they're like, "Well, whatever. You know, you better do fucking something with these shoes." You know, I mean, they didn't take them. There was no, to them, there was no money in it. Like they wanted like watches and house and cars, you know, tangible shit like that. Sneakers had no value to them. So I just lucked out.
Corgishoe is also known for selling a lot of vintage Supreme. At one point, I do believe he worked there doing security, but that is a guess and it's not confirmed.
Through some of the viewer questions, what's your affiliation with Supreme?
Just my best friends work there for, you know, whether they work in New York or LA. I mean, pretty much my group of like best friends from 2000, 2002, let's say, you know, they were all working at different places, but we all knew one another through various things, or I knew their older brothers, or in New York, you know, I knew a lot of the skaters. When the skaters would come out to LA, I'd provide, you know, I'd help them out with what I was doing at that time. You know, you make connections. So it's just, those are like my, you know, dear friends.
What I really like about Corgishoe is he doesn't sugarcoat anything, and he tells it like it really is and how he really thinks.
Do these guys, these we'll call them shoe liberties, do they try and hit you with the "I'll give you a plug for some kicks" or for a deal or some of that stuff? Like, do you get those?
That used to go around. You know, it used to happen more so than now. I think everybody knows it's business. You know, if you have the money, you're buying. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you have no followers, if you have 100,000 or whatever. And back to what I was talking about as far as like the perfect pair or just stuff like that. I think people are like kind of mesmerized and brainwashed. Like I'm not. That doesn't impress me. Spending money, being a consumer doesn't, like, that's not a talent, you know. Like I always say, if anybody had that money that he has, you could buy the shoes. And I don't want to hear, oh, you have to have the connects. Bullshit. It's all internet based now. You find the people, it's on message boards. It's a click, you know, click of the button and you're buying all this shit. But
I completely agree here. People are so fascinated with what other people are posting onto social media. But in this day and age, you can get whatever you want with the click of a button. You just need the money. It doesn't take any talent to have a shoe collection these days. If you've never waited in line for a sneaker, are you really a sneakerhead? This is a 2015 article from Full Size Run's own Matt Welty. He says Corgishoe is one of the most controversial sneaker resellers around. His presence only became more known once Instagram caught on. He started to upload decade-old sneakers that many were still searching for. What made Corgi a recognizable character in the sneaker reselling world wasn't just the collection he had, although it seemed limitless and filled with gems that most had forgotten about, but it was also the interactions that took place in the comments of his posts. There was often a tenuous relationship between Corgi, the people attempting to lowball him on his sneakers, and other resellers. It's also what turned him into a certified legend.
What makes you flame somebody and post them up and then just go in?
usually when they come on my page and say something, I mean, that's it. Otherwise, or if they flake, I could do a flake of the day every day, but I kind of got tired of that. It's just sometimes people make things personal. You know, if you want to have a discussion in the comments and not make it personal, then we could do that. But when I feel like they get personal, you know, it's like, I mean, it's like taking candy from a little kid. I use their own words and their own pictures. You'll never hear me say, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to fuck your chick, fuck your mom, suck my dick. I don't do that talk. That's not the type of talk that I do, because I know those words have real life ramifications, you know? Those are serious words. But I'll just use someone's own photo. and just, just be like, this dude said this to me, and look at him, he's like, he's deep throating a fucking Big Pop and calling me a faggot. It's like, come on. It's insane. It's like these people choose to follow me, then want to come on and leave comments, and I'm the bad person for shooting back at them quickly. I'm just good at it.
Going through his Instagram just to show you guys exactly what kind of heat he has. Those were 1994s. Those are 2001s. Those are 2001s. The list goes on and on. Corgishoe has the most OG stock.
It doesn't impress me how much you spend on shoes. There's no talent or skill to buy. But for some reason, like if some guy has like a bunch of houses, nobody's like, he's the best house collector out there. Or some guy has a bunch of cars, nobody's like, wow, how does he do it? Everybody knows the dude just has a ton of money. It's not like a skill like Mayweather. Let's go with Mayweather since everybody knows him. All those cars, right? Nobody says like, oh, he's my car idol. But in sneakers, they're like, oh, that guy's my sneaker idol. I can't believe, how did he get those shoes? He fucking paid for them, you dummy. Just like Mayweather pays for his cars, just like anybody who consumes any good.
I love how Corgishoe will not hold his tongue. He'll say whatever he wants to say. I should add, this video was from 6 years ago, so I'm not sure if Corgishoe would word anything differently. Listening to him talk, probably not, but times have changed.
I got a couple of questions that people want to know that I'm just going to throw at you real quick. Who do you think is the corniest of all the shoe celebrities, the sneaker personalities?
I mean,
who would you say is the corniest of them all?
That's like, if there's like a group of 10, one being the corniest and 10 being the least corniest, number 10 is like, that's like being the skinniest fat bitch. There's like, it's not, you're all in that set. You're a fat bitch. Doesn't matter. If you're not Orca, you're just less corny. So you're a skinny fat bitch. Come on. That's it. Again, to each their own, but I see all the stuff, all the trends. It's rookie stuff. Act like you've been there. Like how they say in sports, if you hit a home run or score a touchdown, act like it's not your first time. I see a lot of guys that are old men acting like it's their first time, posting a photo on Instagram, and that just, again, that's me personally, to each their own, but I'm not afraid to say it. And if I saw these people, or if any of them ever want to have an adult discussion with me, whether it be over email or a text or better in person, I guarantee I'll say what I'm saying to them. But will they say all the shit they say about me that I hear through the back channels? That's my question to anybody out there. I always say, like, I'm going to tell you the same, I'm not hiding it. I'm not pretending like I'm your friend or your fan. I'm not. There's people I like and there's people I don't care for. I don't know them per se, but I can only judge on what I see, and I just think that's rookie shit with a lot, what the trend is now. Oh, you have 5 pairs of Yeezys. You're like the greatest shoe collector ever. It's like, come on, you have Air Mags and Yeezys and DBs. Oh, you're the best fucking, you're the greatest collector ever. Come on, the true people that have been around don't bite on that stuff. That's like that stuff is like kind of like the newer crowd. The older guys that are true to themselves, they don't bite for that shit. Not to say they wouldn't want it, but they're not, the allure isn't there.
So, speaking of shoe celebrities, there was a situation, and I could be getting this all wrong because it happened so long ago. I couldn't find any information saved on the internet. I think it happened on Instagram and in the Instagram comments, but I believe Corgishoe might have said something about Qias back in the day. Qias not knowing who Corgishoe was, not doing his research, said something back about Corgi. Rumor has it, Corgi ran into Qias on Fairfax, and he had a few words for Qias, and Qias nearly shit his pants. Now, I could be getting the story all wrong. It happened a long time ago. I emailed Corgishoe to see if he had a comment, and I never heard back. So, not sure if I got the story correct, but I think I remember something along those lines. So I hope you guys got a feel for Corgishoe. I feel like he hasn't been represented on YouTube at all. All these new YouTubers probably have no idea who he is, but I've been a fan of his for a while, and it's not just his sneaker collection. It's his fuck you attitude. He does what he wants. He says what he wants. He doesn't even like most of the sneakerheads and sneaker YouTubers. If you want to follow him on Instagram, it's at Corgishoe. If you want to read about him, there's a few articles on the internet about him. And the interview that I've been using is from Don Drew, and it's an interview with Corgishoe, and it's, I think, over an hour long. If you want to check that out, it's on YouTube. Let me know what you guys think about Corgishoe. Did you know about him already? Are you just learning about him? Did I get him any new fans with this video? Let me know in the comments. Once again, it's been your boy, The Truth, aka Paul Pierce, aka George Washington, because I cannot tell a lie. And I'm out.